Well, what is up, brand builder, and welcome to another installment of Brand Builder Dialogue, where I bring on brand builders and ask them the questions you would love to ask them. In today's installment, I'm joined by Joanna, who started selling on Amazon just over a year ago and is now a six-figure seller. In this short interview, she shares some of the secrets for her success, some of the challenges she's faced, and some of her best bits of advice for you if you're just getting started. So, with that said, let's get started. Welcome back to the channel, or a very special welcome if it's your first time on with us. So great to have you here. If you're someone who wants to launch your first profitable product on Amazon and build a future-proof brand, be sure to hit subscribe with those notifications on, and you will be well on your way. Brand Builder Dialogue is something that I love to do. It's dialogue with brand builders, people that are building something that's bigger than just selling a product, but it's building something of substance. And in this video today, that is certainly what we are greeted with. My interview with Joanna was actually recorded a couple of months ago. We were doing a challenge. We called it the Brand Builder Challenge, and I hopped on Zoom live for 7 nights and taught about how to build your own brand. We had a few hundred people in there. It was a great time. Honestly, such a great experience, and I loved it so much. Let me know if you want us to do another one in the comments down below, and we can start thinking about maybe doing another one in the next in the coming season. But I brought Joanna on because I brought a few of our students on just to talk through their experiences with Brand Builder University, with their journey of selling on Amazon, all those kind of things. And I wanted to share this one with you because I believe it's just a really balanced view. I think it shows you what's possible when you sell on Amazon. Joanna's only been selling on Amazon just over a year, but is already pulling in £30,000 months. That's pretty impressive. However, she has faced a lot of challenges, and she has got some robust advice for startup entrepreneurs. So listen, this was recorded on Zoom live, and so it's a little bit laggy at times. I forgot to do the setting where it interchanges between us, so the camera is literally just on her the whole time. It's a little bit awkward. The quality's not amazing. The quality of the recording, I should say, is not amazing, but the quality of the content is, I believe, really helpful. So I wanted to share it with you, and I'm excited to do so. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the content, any questions you have in follow-up. But without further ado, let's jump into it. Like I said, guys, any questions that you have, just put them in the chat. Hey, Joanna.
Hi, hello.
How you doing?
How are you
How are you
doing?
doing? Yeah, good. You are live to the world.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
Okay,
yeah,
excellent.
well,
No pressure then.
40 of them. Yeah, we got a couple of hundred in the group. So yeah, this is your big moment, right? Your big break.
Wow.
Just kidding. Thanks so much for coming on. Really appreciate it.
That's okay. Lovely to be asked. So thank you for asking and yeah, requesting me to come on. So
Oh,
yeah.
my
So
pleasure. My pleasure. So Joanna, just to give you guys a bit of context, you guys have been, you've got a sort of a business background. You're a coach by trade, and you're just looking for the reason you kind of got into this business. You wanted to start something that was maybe a little less dependent on your time, right?
yeah, so my background is actually my background originally was in banking. So I was in
Okay.
banking for 12 years. And I've gone through some transitions in my life where basically I have been working towards the dream, which is financial freedom,
Mm,
passive income streams, and looking to basically get back my time. Why? Because my purpose is all about raising my kids.
come on.
And I had my children when I was in banking. So I was doing long hours, 13-hour days. And I made that shift 6 years ago, and that's when I started my business coaching business. So I moved into business coaching, helping other people grow their own businesses, grew my own business. And then I thought, well, you know what? I need to be congruent. I need to practice what I preach. And that's when last year I thought, right, enough's enough, enough about trading my time for money. I still
Wow.
do that a little bit, not as much as I used to. And I
Yeah.
thought, actually, the time now, if I really want to fulfill my own goals and dreams, it's about passive income and financial freedom. I said, right, last year, we need to diversify. So let's go out and let's start an Amazon sellers business. And actually came across your Amazon masterclass through YouTube and Facebook. And that's really, really, Ben, it was you who inspired me to make this next transition in my life. So since last year, we've been working with you, obviously, and started our Amazon business and never
Yeah,
looked back.
yeah.
So thank you.
That's good. Never looked back. Maybe there's a day or two where you might have looked back a couple of times, but we'll get
There's
into
a day or two when you,
that.
okay, all right, Amazon, okay, you're a bit of a tough
Yeah.
one to deal with, but Having said that, it doesn't matter what business you're in, whether you're in this type of business, you know, your stereotypical retail business on the high street, or any business that you're in, there are always going to be obstacles. And as a coach, I'm a firm believer in mindset, and it's all about, for me, you've got to turn obstacles into opportunities and turn your fear into focus. And that's what I teach my own clients. And that's something that I have to face myself every day in business. So so every business comes with its challenges or obstacles, but it's about looking for the opportunities, because they're always there. I mean, look this year with COVID, you know, when we went into lockdown, the timing couldn't have been any better for our business. But had I known a year ago, I mean, honestly, it's like I couldn't have predicted that. So thank goodness we did make that transition a year ago, because, you know, this is life, this is a journey, and it's all about, timing. Timing is key.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So talk to us just a little bit about like what's gone well. Like if you could summarize the last sort of year that you've been doing this, what are some things that have gone well before we get into some of the challenges?
Okay, cool. So what's gone well, and I guess, you know, what have I enjoyed through this process? What I've really enjoyed is actually the learning process itself. I'm the kind of person, and I think most entrepreneurs are, we're the type of people like yourself, Ben, who we need to continue to learn. That's how we grow, that's how we develop. And as soon as we stop learning, that's when we start to stagnate. So I've loved the learning process, learning something completely new through working with you. What's gone really well is, I think, just following your system and process. And if there's anything I'm going to say to anybody out there, the key goal is follow the system, follow the process, just follow what Ben tells you to do, because the whole purpose of having a coach in any business, and especially in this business, is you've got to learn before you earn. That's my motto, learn before you earn. Because so many people jump into a business like this thinking, oh, it's so simple, let's just get a product and we're going to start selling it, whether it's eBay or Amazon. But there is so much that goes into this. So I've really enjoyed that process of learning from you, Ben. And the best part is that I have followed the system, I have followed the process, and that's why we're succeeding. So that for me has been great. One of the biggest things I would say where we've really succeeded is we've got first pages on organic ranking. So for anyone out there who wants to understand what that means, basically, when you start launching a product, your first goal is to get onto that first page. We followed your process. We did everything you said we needed to do, and it works. So for us, that has been absolutely fantastic. Without that, you know, at the end of the day, if you haven't got your keyword ranking right, you could have the best product on Amazon, but if no one can see it, you're just flogging dead money, and it's just going to go down the drain. So, you know, and the other thing that you've taught us that's worked really well is about not getting emotionally attached to the product. You've got to sell what the market is demanding, and in, you know, that low to medium competition. Otherwise, you know, it's all great if I love yoga and I want to sell yoga mats, but it's done, you know, and you're just not going to make money there. So, you know, just giving an example. So in terms of product research, you know, that has been a great learning from you to really understand is don't get emotionally tied to your product. I think that's actually a really key thing that we've learned through this process. I mean, I don't mind sharing, you know, the first product we did was white porcelain bowls, as you know, Ben. So white porcelain bowls, and, you know, it was actually a great product. It was a great learning experience. And if we could sell a white porcelain bowl, which, by the way, there are thousands of people selling white porcelain bowls, and we got recognized and we were selling them. You can sell anything pretty much, you know, to a degree.
For sure.
Yeah,
and I think that's what I try and say, you know, obviously I can't just come out and say, oh, you can sell anything on Amazon, because obviously then I'll probably get in a bit of trouble. But I'm like, I remember that, and you guys were, you know, pretty premium pricing as well. And I was like, you know, like we've gone through the process, but I'm feeling the pinch of like, oh, I hope this works. And they were selling, and it was great. And so yeah, I agree, you know, there's so much scope there. But I wouldn't want to give like a completely biased view of it, right? You have faced some challenges. Just talk to us a bit about how you know, obviously as much as little details you want to go into, but you know, I suppose more importantly, how you've overcome them, what's got you through, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, okay. So challenges. So look, you know, when you start any new business, you always go in with an inkling of what to expect, but you will never know the full story until you're in it. You know, it's just the same as if you recruit somebody or employ somebody, you get something on a CV, but it's not until they're there working with you, you actually really know that person. And that's what business is. And that's what the Amazon business is all about. So some of the challenges we face, going back to the white bowls as an example, you know, we had our margins right. We did the calculations right. We got our keyword. We had everything ready, started selling. And just before, actually, no, we hadn't started selling. Just before the stock arrived, literally 2 weeks before, the government changed the duty tax charges, just like that. And we had no idea. And we just got unlucky, right? Yeah. This was just bad luck. So the duty tax charges went up, I think, from 5.7% to 38%. And then all these bowls arrived, we're selling them, but we literally flogged them. And this new duty tax charge basically ate all our profit. So we realized on our very first batch, despite all the hard work we put in, well, this product's now out the water, you know, we've got to get rid. So we did. And so, you know, one of the things that you've got to do in any business, and especially in this kind of business and in these times, you've got to be agile and you've got to be prepared to adapt. And fortunately, we were very prepared because we didn't just research 5 products, we'd been researching many products. Yep. So we already had other products in mind lined up for our next launch, so to speak. Yep. So that, I'd say, was one of the biggest challenges we faced, which was totally outside of our control. You know, we could never have known that. That was one challenge. Other challenges, look, Amazon, you know, we can't control Amazon. They're a huge beast. They control the world. They control us. We don't control them. And that is something I think you just really have to learn to accept going into this business. So true. So, and, you know, like many of the big tech companies across the world, you know, like the Amazons, the Amazons, the Facebooks, the TikToks, all of these huge, you know, corporations, they are so big now. And we just got to accept that, look, if you want to be part of this game, you got to be prepared to be agile. And that's all I can really say from that perspective. Yeah,
no, there's a lot of wisdom there, a lot of wisdom.
Yeah, it's, and look, let me be honest, right? I've always been in control of my businesses. You know, so this has been a real learning experience for me. The frustration levels, you know, for me at the start went through the roof because I was like, I can't believe it. I don't have all the control I want. But you know what? You let go of that. And if you believe in your product, you follow the system, it will work and you'll get through. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's so true. So true. So much wisdom there. I think, you know, again, that covers so much what we've been talking about this week in terms of Amazon is this great, scary, amazing, beautiful, ugly beast that you know, you just need to ride.
You hate them at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So no, it's
but one trick for everybody.
Yeah.
If you don't get anywhere with customer service, you send an email directly to Jeff Bezos. I did that.
Yeah, you did that the other day, right?
I did it the other day. All right. I'd had enough. I said, right. So I emailed Jeff Bezos directly and one of his team has picked it up and they are dealing with it.
Yeah.
So look, where there's a will, there's a way. I'm a very, I'm a dog with a bone. Yeah. And that's the way you've got to be in this business and any business.
Absolutely.
Don't take no for an answer, challenge the status quo and stand up for what you believe in.
So good. I was going to ask you, what's the one bit of advice you'd give to people starting out, but I suppose that would be it then, would it?
Yeah, I've given you that one. I can give you some others. Okay, what advice would I give anybody? You got to focus on your own self-belief.
Yeah.
So remove the fear, focus on your self-belief, focus on what you're doing, and you will succeed. For me, I love the quote, the saying, don't chase money, love, or success. Focus on being the best version of yourself, and those things will chase you.
Yeah. So
and it's true.
Yep.
So if your purpose is true, if your purpose is good, the money will flow to you. 100%. If you are in your flow, the money will flow back to you. Firm believer of that. Yeah. So yeah, I am a bit, I am fearless.
Yeah.
You know, probably some of the stuff what I'm saying is probably going to give someone a heart attack out there, but
I love it. Different perspectives.
You know, at the end of the day, I can vouch for it because in the last, month or two, we've only been a year into this business. We have banked between 10 to 30K a month gross.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't happen unless you really go for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And the other things that we've done and I've done as well is our real big focus in terms of our brand. So another word of advice for everybody out there, you've got to differentiate yourself, build your brand. Always focus on improving the quality of the products, always add value to what you're selling. And it's got to be all about the customer. So you've got to be so customer focused, so customer centric. But, you know, for me, the brand is so important. Our purpose, our brand, why we're doing what we're doing, that's got to be translated and come through. Otherwise, you're just another bowl. You're just another white bowl. By the way, we're not doing white bowls anymore. But, you know, you're just another white bowl. You're just another microphone, you know, whatever it might be. You've got to differentiate yourself from the rest of the market.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
To be a real contender. So.
Amazing. Yeah, listen, Joanna, I really appreciate you coming on and sharing these thoughts, because I can see there's a few comments coming in saying, loving this so much. Amazing. Wow. Super helpful. So yeah, it's been super helpful for people. So I said I'd only take 10, 15 minutes of your time. So I want to honor that. And but yeah, honestly, thanks so much for coming along. Thanks for being such a good student, a good listener.
All right.
And yeah, just really excited to keep working with you and see this business boom. Hey.
Yeah, same, likewise. And good luck to everybody out there who's watching. You know, good luck to all of you. Listen, all you need is this tiny little share of the market. That's all you need. And life's great.
Absolutely.
So go for it.
So good. Thanks, Joanna. We appreciate you a lot. Speak
soon.
Take
care. Bye, everyone.
All right. See you later. What an interview that was. I know it was only short and we could have gone way deeper into so much, but like I said in the video, I did only ask her for 10, 15 minutes of her time that night. But I don't know about you, but I was super encouraged hearing their story, and I just want to remind you of the sentiments of what she was talking about. Keep your eyes on the prize, keep your eyes on the purpose, keep your eyes on your why, understand why you're doing this. Make sure you're not just focusing on the dollars and the cents coming in and out every day. Have a bigger picture than that, and know that as you build something of value, as you build something that solves problems for people, then the money is going to come. So I hope you found it encouraging. If you do want to see more interviews like this, definitely hit that subscribe button with notifications on, because there will be more coming your way. And I'll see you in the next video real soon.